how's everybody doing? Jesus Ramirez here, back for another daily creative challenge. How's everybody doing? Let me take a look at the chat and see who is here. Wow, I see a whole bunch of people that I recognize. Simon, Jeff, hey, how's it going? Hey. Anthony, D, greetings. I just want to say thank you guys for having me one more time at this Adobe Daily Creative Challenge, where we're going to be working from today, which is July 22nd, all the way up till August 2nd on 10 creative challenges in Adobe Photoshop. We're going to work on a bunch of cool projects. We're going to do background removals. We're going to do color grading. We're going to create effects with layer styles. We're going to do a whole bunch of cool things. So thank you for being with me for another 10 daily creative challenges. I see Tim on the chat. Hey Tim, how's it going? Hey everybody. Wow, we have a lot of people, and I just want to say thank you for all the support. Damien, Axel, Anna, Sam, thank you so much for being here with me. Yeah, I know my hair's looking weird. I couldn't really get the green screen going the way that it should, but I think it's like a cool effect. So look at that, spiky hair on green screen. Hey everybody, how's it going? So I just first of all wanted to say thank you for being here with me one more time, and I also wanted to welcome those of you who've never joined us for a daily creative challenge before. This is a half an hour challenge that we're going to be doing for 10 days. Today's just a welcome day. We're not going to do a challenge. But starting tomorrow, we're going to start with a bunch of cool creative Photoshop projects that you can follow along with me. Some of those projects will include PSD files that you can download so you can follow along with me. And other projects, you can just use your own photos or just create files from scratch, as depending on the project. If this is your first time watching, don't forget to check out the Daily Creative Challenge page on behance.net/daily creative challenge and click on this big blue button right here. That big blue button will allow you to join the challenge. So everybody watching should go to that page now, behance.net/daily creative challenge, and click on that big blue button. And I think Sam on the chat just posted a link for that. So please go ahead and click on that link now, and then click on that big blue button. And I'm reading a bunch of comments about the hair. EQ, Sylvester, electric hair, hair problem. I don't know if this is a good hair day or a bad hair day. I don't know. What do you guys think? But yeah. Anyway, so I just got caught up reading all the comments about the hair. Green tint. Maybe, you know what, Sean, that might be a green tint. Maybe problem with the light. I don't know. But yep, Damien is excited to be back creating. I've missed it. Yeah, so have I. I think the last time I was here was about maybe a month or two ago, and we had a whole bunch of fun. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again. So make sure that you go on to that Daily Creative Challenge and click on that big blue button. Also, don't forget to join us on the Discord page. That's the link right up above me. Discord is a chat client that will allow you to connect with us and with me, and we'll give you a bunch of feedback on the work that you create. If you have any questions, you can put it up there. Put them up there. If you have any tips and tricks, you can also post them up there. I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. I'm just giving people some time to get to that link so that you could get right over onto Discord. So Discord is this page that you see here. This is what you will see. And this is a good way of connecting with me and other people from the Adobe team. You can see Sam and Tim right up here. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see all these different tabs that have a bunch of stuff that you're going to enjoy. For example, you can click on the Get Inspired tab, so you can see some of the work that other people have done, which is pretty cool. We also have feedback on the current challenges. You can see what other people have worked on. You can leave your comments. You can give them advice. You can ask questions. Anything you want to do, that's the page that you want to go to. We have Ask a Question, Career Advice, Tips and Tricks. This is a really cool page. You can just scroll and you can check out a bunch of the tips and tricks that people have posted. Actually, I just noticed that somebody posted a graphic of the blending modes groups that I created when I presented last time. So there you go. This is where you can find all that cool content. So check it out, tips and tricks. You can introduce yourselves, you can chat. It's a bunch of cool stuff, so check it out. That is on the Discord page, and that's how you get to it. So make sure that you get to that Discord page and check it out. So what are we going to be working on this daily creative challenge? Well, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things. We're going to be working on 10 projects. They're all in Adobe Photoshop. So whatever, if you have a PC or a Mac, it doesn't matter. All you need is Photoshop, ideally Photoshop CC. If you don't have that, then you can get the 7-day trial and try to follow along with that if you can. But Photoshop is all that you will need, and obviously an internet connection so you can follow along. So I'm just going to quickly bring up Photoshop because I want to show you a couple of the projects that we're going to work on, just so you can get an idea of the content that you're going to be looking at in the next 10 days. So the project that we're going to work on tomorrow is this project here on how to create a drawing effect from a photo. So we're going to take this photo and we're going to apply patterns, filters, and we're going to create custom brushes, and we're going to do a bunch of neat techniques to create something like that from a photo. And it's going to be a very simple technique. It might look a little complicated, but it's actually quite simple. We're going to spend actually a lot more time on setting up the file and then just running the patterns and running the brushes than actually creating the effect. So the real value for tomorrow is that you're going to learn about making custom brushes and making custom patterns in Photoshop to create that effect. So I hope that it's something that you enjoy, and also I hope it's something that helps you with your projects. You might not be creating an effect like this for your projects, but by learning patterns and by learning brushes, you might learn something that may help you with your work. And I'm looking at the chat, and I see that people are excited about it. Ooh, cool! Wow, cool! Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are excited about it. So I hope that you like it. And actually, the one thing that we're not gonna really create tomorrow, I mean, I guess we are gonna create it, but it's created by itself, is this wonderful recycled paper look. This actually comes in pre-built in Photoshop. So we're gonna use actions as well to create that. So with one button, we're gonna create this cool graphic, and that's an action that comes built in with Photoshop in the wonderful default actions in the actions panel. But that's gonna be tomorrow. So I hope to see everyone back here again tomorrow. If you haven't already, make sure that you go into the, let me find it, you go into the Daily Creative Challenge page and click on that big blue button so that you don't miss tomorrow's challenges and all the challenges that we're gonna have all the way up until Friday, August 2nd. So that's going to be tomorrow. How much time can you take? How much time can take? I'm guessing how much time I guess the question is from Diana. How much time are we taking? I'm going to be live with you guys for about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less, more like 25. And you guys have as much time as you need at home to complete the challenge, and then you can submit it on Discord. But with me, it will be 30 minutes. The videos are recorded, so you can watch them later on the Behance page or on the Adobe Creative Cloud page on YouTube. They're all there. My old ones are there. Everybody's old videos are there, so you can check out the old ones as well if you like. Yep. Let's see. Any other questions? I think it depends on. Yeah, it depends on how much time you have. Says Seraphin, I think the name is. Cool. Then after that, we're gonna work on retouching a portrait, and we're gonna learn how to color correct the image, and we're also going to learn how to remove distracting elements from a photo. So if I click on this eye icon right here next to the group, you're gonna see that there's all these distractions in the photo, and we remove them to make the photo more appealing. I guess the watch is not really a distraction, but I needed something to remove, so I thought, well, why not remove the watch? So each of the things that disappear when I click on the eye icon are different tools in Photoshop that allow you to hide elements from a photo. So we're gonna learn how to use the patch tool, how to use the spot healing brush tool, how to use content aware fill, that is, and how to use the clone stamp tool. So we're gonna work with those tools to remove distracting elements from a photo. And we're also going to learn about layer styles and how we can apply these layer styles to apply color effects and enhance images and contrast and all that fun stuff. So retouching a portrait is tomorrow. So I hope that you guys enjoy that one. I think this is a really good one because, again, it's really cool that you can come into Photoshop and just remove something that doesn't look good in a photo just so that it doesn't distract from it, and so that the main subject is really what stands out and what your eye is drawn into. So I hope that you enjoy this one. It should be a good one, and that will be challenge number 2, which will be on Wednesday. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited about it, or if there's anything in specific that you want to see. I'm just curious to see what your thoughts are on the challenges so far. B-Ra says, wow, fascinating. Thank you. Are we using that pick tomorrow, or should we start thinking about an image to use? Jonathan, so for this one, we don't have this file available, but I guess we could make it available, so you guys can follow along with this one. But ideally, you can practice with your own images so that you can take what you learn and apply it to your projects. But I think we'll make this one available. So now that I'm like promising you this, I'm gonna write it down because I don't want to forget, and I can make it available for you guys on Wednesday. Cool. Then we're gonna move on to blurring a background in Photoshop. So we're gonna start just with that regular photo, and we're going to blur the background. For those of you that follow me on my Photoshop training channel on YouTube, this is actually a project that I did about, 5 years ago now. But I used a technique that it's still really good, but it's very labor intensive. Since then, Photoshop has introduced some tools that make this process a whole lot easier. So I'm gonna show you an easier way of doing that video that I showed way back when in YouTube. I think it was 5 years ago or something like that. But we're gonna use the filter, blur gallery filter, and we're going to apply I'm going to show you how to do it with 2 filters, actually, the field blur filter and the tilt shift blur filter. So with those 2 filters, you're going to learn how to blur a background, and then we're going to apply a cool sunlight effect to this photo. And I think you're going to really like this one. It's going to take just a regular photo, just like that one, and it's going to make it look a whole lot more professional, just like that, just by adding a couple filters and just the yellow light on the side, really. So I hope that you guys enjoy this challenge, and thank you. I'm seeing in the comments that people are saying that they're a big fan of PTC. Thank you so much. Valadir, Valentine, thank you for loving PTC. PTC is the YouTube channel that I run. So if you guys see PTC in the chat, that's what they're referring to, my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know who I am. You're welcome, Robert. Robert says, thank you for laying out what's coming. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you guys the stuff that we're going to be covering so that you guys have an idea of what we're going to learn, and you can also look forward to some of the challenges that we're going to have. Here is the Daily Creative Challenge page where you can click on this big blue button to join. I hope that the challenges that I'm showing you so far are things that you want to learn. So please click on that join the Photoshop challenge blue button on behance.net/daily creative challenge so that we could all learn together starting tomorrow. Let me bring Photoshop back up, and I'll continue showing you a couple more things. There's actually one thing I want to show you on Behance before we end today's welcome challenges, or welcome, not a challenge, today's welcome stream. Today's no challenge, the first one is tomorrow. But I guess welcome is a challenge in itself. I don't know, it's a challenge for me. I'm welcoming you guys and hoping that you guys stick around with us for the next 9 challenges. This is a really cool one. I think you guys are really gonna like. This one is how to replace a sky, but it's not really your usual sky replacement tutorial. I wanted to take it a step further, and we're gonna do a sky replacement, but it's gonna be a sky replacement, but changing it to a different time of day. So this is the original image, and this is the result. And I know it looks complicated, but it's actually quite simple. If you learn how to use the tools in Photoshop, a lot of these complicated tasks actually become quite easy. So we're gonna do this all within 20 minutes, and it's gonna be something that anybody could follow along with. Even if this is your first day with Photoshop, you shouldn't have any trouble following along. So I think you're gonna like this one. It's got a really cool effect, and it teaches you a lot about sky replacements and things like that. So that's the image there. I hope that you guys like it. Let me see what the comments say. Yeah, thank you for posting links, Sam. You're always very fast. Any chance of reducing the background music? Sure. Is it too loud? I'm sorry about that if it is too loud. I hope that's better. I don't know if that went all the way down, but there we go. Thank you for letting me know about the music. Yeah, so that's the challenge that we're gonna be working on, this sky replacement. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. We're gonna be using Blend If. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Blend If. Blend If allows you to easily hide pixels by using the channels of a image. So just to show you what channels are, channels panel, we have red, green, and blue, and we're gonna use this as layer masks. Notice that the blue channel has a lot of white in the background, which is what we want to remove, and the foreground is very dark. So that's going to allow us to use that as a mask, and we're going to use it to remove the sky by using this super cool technique. See that? See how I just removed the sky? And then we're going to work on coloring it and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So that's going to be challenge number 4. I can't wait to show it to you guys. So yeah, it should be a fun one. I actually like doing these kind of composites just because it makes you really think about an image. It makes you think about color, lighting, luminosity, all these cool things. So we're gonna learn all about that on challenge number 4. And again, if you haven't already, click on the Daily Creative Challenge blue button, which is that one right here on behance.net/Daily Creative Challenge. Join the Photoshop challenge, that button there. So let's keep going. Day number 5, Lion King. We're gonna learn how to create the Lion King text effect in Photoshop. We're gonna use layer styles, no 3D, so don't get scared if you're not a 3D artist. We're gonna use layer styles to stack layer styles on top of each other to create this 3D looking text effect. By the way, let me know if you've seen the movie. I just watched it last night actually, and I don't know how I feel. I love the graphics. It's got gorgeous graphics, but I'm not so sure I like the movie. Maybe I have nostalgia of watching the cartoon when I was a kid, and that's just helping me like the movie, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you've seen the movie. But yeah, the Lion King text effect using layer styles. And then we're going to move on to a really cool one, which is a water bottle extraction from a background. So we're gonna create a water bottle advert where we're going to remove the white background and composite that into a background, and then match the lighting, match the highlights, match the shadows, all that stuff. And again, it seems complicated, but it's actually really easy once you know the tools. So that's my job here, to teach you guys the tools so that you understand what they do, and then hopefully you can apply that knowledge onto your projects and create some really cool stuff. So Michelle's saying, everyone is saying different things about the Lion King. I don't know, I think it might be an age thing. Like I watched it when I was a kid, and I think that kind of ruined the new movie for me. I just remember the cartoon so much that I don't know, who knows. But the graphics are excellent. I'm actually thinking of making a composite of the Lion King. I did one, and I'll show it to you guys later on my Behance page when the Jungle Book came out, and now I think I want to make a Lion King composite. Who knows? Maybe. So let me show you what the final result's gonna look like. There it is. Look at that. It almost seems like magic. And we're going to actually use blending modes to make this effect. So even though we're going to use a mask just to cut out the shape of the bottle, we're actually going to use blending modes to make it blend. So we're going to stack different blending modes on top of each other to create this effect. And for those of you that don't know, blending modes are right here. This list of algorithms that allow you to blend layers together in Photoshop. So this should be a really fun one. And we will do that on challenge number 6. Oh my god, I think I started a problem here in the chat. Everybody's talking about the Lion King now. Oh, somebody says, Amber says, totally agree on Lion King, love the graphics. Fight scene was bomb, yes. It was a good movie in terms of graphics. Let me move on to the next challenge that we're going to work on, which is the color grading challenge, where I'm going to show you guys how to apply the movie effect, summer blockbuster movie effect to a photo. It's basically the orange in the highlights and skin tones, and the blues and teals in the shadows to create that cool looking movie look effect. And that will be challenge number 7. And we're also going to do a challenge on animating an Instagram story, and we're going to do a challenge on creating a shoe advert. But I'm looking at the time, and there's one thing I want to show you before we get going, and that is on Behance. And let me just get there really quickly. So I want to show you how to create a project, and the reason that I'm going to show you how to create a project is because it's a good idea to upload your projects once you've completed them with me onto Behance. So if you've never created a project on Behance, all you got to do is click on this blue button that says create a project, and you will upload an image onto this page. You can click on page, and I have a whole bunch of, we'll just say that my PTC logo, actually no, this is silly. Let me find a better, there we go. We're going to use the lady here as our challenge. So if we had completed this project, we can upload the file. So you go find the file from your computer and upload whatever the file is onto Behance. And once you upload it, you can hover over these little bars and click on text, and you can add really cool text to it, like my project, for example. And you can add a whole bunch of cool things on here, whatever you like. And then you can click on continue. You can click and drag this box and on this slider to control the cover preview. And then you can click your project the title. In this case, it was a removing distracting elements. I gotta learn how to spell elements from a photo. And maybe I should title case the word photo. Is anyone like me where they type too fast and they don't like really get anything right ever? When I'm doing these things, I really have to be careful and not go into like my usual habits of typing super fast, because then I have typos. Anyway, removing distracting elements from a photo, click on crop and continue, and then you can add whatever tool you use, in this case Photoshop. Maybe you'll add other tools, but you can come in here and just type in Photoshop and select Adobe Photoshop, because that's what we're going to use. And you can just click on save or publish if you want to show this to the world, and then people will be able to see your wonderful, wonderful daily creative challenge that you followed along with, and hopefully it looks amazing. And also, you of course want to submit it to the Discord app page. And if you're just joining us and haven't seen or don't know how to get there, the link is right above my head. And that's how you would get to this page, where you can ask questions and you can reach out to me and the other members of the Adobe team. So yeah, guys, that's what we're going to be doing in the next 9 days until August 2nd. We're going to work on all those projects that I just showed you, and 2 others that I didn't have time to show you. And I hope that you enjoy them. I hope that you learned a lot, and I can't wait to see what you guys create. Join the Discord app, Discord page, so that you can submit your work, so that I can check it out, so that myself and others can give you some tips, advice, and so that you can give some tips and advice to other people. I look forward to working with you guys, and I'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific to work on that drawing from a photo project that I showed you earlier. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.